Next, we need to add another column below the row choice. I will drag a column from the layout section in the Add Components and drag it below the row choice. Now look at the screen. This column is added at the top of the screen instead of below row choice. Let's drag the column below row choice. First, I will click the arrow in the front of row choice and minimize it. Now drag the column below row choice. That's better. I will click the Rename button in Properties and rename the column to Column Arrange. Next, we need to add a row inside Column Arrange. I will drag a row from the Layout section in the Add Components into Column Arrange. You can see that a row labeled Row 1 has been added. Now let's add a button to this row. Again, drag a button from the User Interface section in the Add Components into Row 1. Now let's change the properties of this button. First, click the Rename button and name the button as 1. Next, let's remove the text from the button. For the text color, set the code FF7E67. Set the font size to 100. Also set the background color to the code A2D5F2. Next, we need to change the button size. For the height, select absolute size and set the value to 80, and similarly for the width, select absolute size and set the value to 80. In the border settings, set the border width to 2 and the border radius to 10 and the border color to the code 07689F. Below the border settings, set the font to bold and raise the settings to be true. Alright, now we have designed one button. We need to add 2 more buttons to row 1 in the same way. Instead of adding a new button and changing their properties, we can duplicate this button. So let's duplicate this button. I will click the Duplicate button next to the Rename button in the Properties. Select Duplicate here. Now you can see another button identical to the one we have designed has been added. I will duplicate this button again. Now there are 3 buttons displayed in row 1. Let's rename these buttons as needed. The first button is named 1, so no changes are needed. Select the second button, click the Rename button and change the name to 2. Select the third button and rename it to 3. Alright. Now we have finished designing row 1 inside Column Arrange. Select row 1 again and set the height to fit contents. Similarly, set the width to fit contents. Now the row we designed is displayed like this.